Hey everyone, so I'm back again to show you the foundation, so liquid bases, and I think a few, no, I think I took my illuminators out of here, it's all just liquid bases now. So these are the main foundations that stay in my kit. Like I mentioned before, not all my makeup gets into my kit. My kit is like a good chunk of most of my makeup, but like I'd say more than half. But I do need to take a lot of these bits out, like I was saying before. So my most used foundations, to be honest, are the Studio Fix Fluids. I'm just so used to working with them, and you know, I know straight off from looking at someone what colour they are pretty much at this stage. So my NC30, the most used colour for tans in, you know, in Galway, definitely. I have NW30, wouldn't tend to use the pink toned one as much. But they would be very popular tan colours. I have NW20, quite a popular colour for just a natural colour. A lot of people in Ireland are NW20, kind of NW15, but 20 as well. NC15, more for the paler girls, bit more like myself, but I need to mix this white face and body into it, definitely, if I want to be able to wear it myself. So that's another thing that'll be really handy for the kit if you are able to get your hands in it. I have another face and body. This one's an N1. I need to stock up on more face and bodies, and also maybe see if these ones are still okay, because these, I know these have been in there for ages. Anyhow, so the NW15, again, really popular for Ireland in particular, and for our particular skin tone here. I mean, it'd be the same if you're Irish American and you're, you know, or Irish Australian or whatever, and you're living in Australia. A lot of people share the same skin tones when they're from like Ireland or Scotland or whatever. So yeah, they're really popular. The NCs, and then and going darker, more popular for, say, more Mediterraneans and that kind of skin tone. So then NC45, definitely something I'd use, say, more on Asian skin types, like Indian, Indo-Asian, that kind of thing. Indo-European. NW200 of the Hyper Real. God, this is ancient. This was they still have it in the pro stores, I'm nearly sure. It's, I don't know, it probably won't be picked up on camera, but this is a beautiful foundation, but it's got a lot of iridescence in it, so it's almost like if maybe strobe cream was a foundation, if you know what I mean. Beautiful foundation, and they used to come in like funny names. This is in NW200. Really like that. I might try and get my hands on more of them next time I'm at the pro store. I have a Select SPF 15 foundation. If you're wondering about the difference between this foundation and the Studio Fix Fluid one, this is water based, whereas that one is silicone based. So this one will be less drying. This is NW25, so this is actually a really good colour for, say, mammies. So say my mother, anyone from like the age of you know, in their late 40s, 50s, 60s, even up to 70s, who like a bit of warmth in their skin, so that's why it's the NW. And this isn't as heavy of a coverage, and it's water based, so it's not going to be too heavy or anything like that on their skin. I quite like that for that. Is that all my MAC foundations? I have Mineralized NW15. This is for very, very pale girls or guys. The NW15 of the Mineralized is definitely paler than the NW15, or NC15 of the Mineralized is much paler than the NC15 of the Studio Fix Fluid. Better for drier skin. This doesn't sit on my own skin for some reason very well at all, but it's beautiful on some people's skins. And then I think that's most of, or the MAC stuff that's in this. I got this one recently. It's Rimmel's Lasting Finish foundation in ivory. Now it's actually a bit dark, well, it's a good bit dark, too dark for me, but it's a beautiful foundation. I'm really impressed with some of the newer formula pharmacy foundations coming out. This does last quite well, because I tested it out myself, even though I had to hide my neck because it was way too dark for my neck. But I quite like this foundation, so I might get a few more of them for my kit. Ones I definitely want to, oh, it's not even in here, my Vichy one that I have for myself, I'm going to definitely try and get more of them for my kit, because I love it. I love the Vichy foundations. So then this is my HD foundation by Makeup Forever in 110. It's too pink on me. I don't think I'll repurchase one that's gone. First of all, it's hard to get hold of. It's quite expensive here in Ireland, and I'm not as bonkers about it as other people are. Chanel Matte Lumiere, beautiful foundation. Bit more on the expensive side, of course, so not sure if I'll get too many more then, but really nice foundation. That one's in the colour number 5, Faience. I have samples here then from Screen Face, I think, or it could be Face 2. I get confused between some of these because they're quite similar foundations. So this one's an Espresso, Honey Bronze, so just ones for slightly darker skin tones. I had a sample of NC30, which I have. Yeah, they're just samples. It's good to have sample pots as well, knocking about if, you know, if you do have a job coming up and you don't have the foundation, see if you can get a little sample of it, if you know it's only, say, one person you're working on. But this is Kohl's foundation in linen. Love this. Really pale, beautiful foundation. It's like Face 2's foundation and Screen Face. It's all the same formula, basically. And these are really good foundations. I know my friend Orlaith are selling pretty much the same foundations as well on her website, so I can link to that below. I have a Bobbi Brown Moisture Rich foundation. I've had this for ages. This is an Alabaster. It was actually a tiny bit too pink on me, even though all Bobbi Brown's ones are meant to be yellow based, but I think it's probably maybe a bit more neutral. I don't know. Nice foundation, quite moisturising, so I can't really wear it for too long. This is Armani's Lasting Silk foundation. I'm completely out of it. Like, I tried to use it at a job there a few weeks ago and I couldn't get any out from the pump, so that's gonna have to just go back into one of the drawers, and I'm gonna scrape out any last little bit of it I can, because it's really expensive, but a beautiful foundation. So this is the kind of one that I would like to try and fork out on if I could afford it. Probably can't, so I'll stick with Vichy and stuff for now. Another great Mammy foundation. So by that I mean it's got nice warmth in it, suits a lot of you know, definitely a lot of Irish older skin tones, long wearing, oil free. This is the Lancome Tante Idol, Tante Idol, I don't know how you pronounce that, and it's in the number 3, so my mum loves that one. I have L'Oreal True Match foundation, like the True Match foundations. I like, what's their other foundation as well? I think L'Oreal are a good brand anyhow, if you want to stock up on drugstore brands, if you can't afford more expensive ones. This is a Screen Face. This was their Pearl foundation, say. You'd mix it in with your own foundations. It's just like an illuminating base. Put it on by itself underneath foundation, or mix it in with your foundation or your moisturiser. This is Bobbi Brown's colour in Golden. This is beautiful on anyone who has a really deep tan, or for dark skin girls who are, you know, kind of medium dark. Beautiful colour foundation. I have some of the Revlon Colour Stays, more to use for shoots or anything if anyone needs a really heavy coverage. This is in Buff, and I have it in Ivory as well. So these are for the oily combination skin tones. So yeah, the Ivory is really pink and the Buff is really yellow. The Buff, it would be close enough to my skin tone, but it's too dark. So it's kind of like in between an NC15 and NC20. It's a little bit too dark for me. And then another really nice foundation is the Revlon Photoready one. Again, really affordable because it's Revlon, and really nice foundations, and it comes with a pump, which I'm always a fan of. So yeah, and obviously there's not very dark. I don't carry very dark skin tone foundations in my kit, just because I almost never have to use them. Like in work on counter I would, but I don't get too many jobs with very dark skin girls, so that's why I would use my concealer palettes in that case, and that would always cover any dark skins, because it has come up in like fashion shows and stuff where I have had to cover way darker skin girls, and I just use my palettes then, and everything's grand. So yeah, that's all the foundations in my kit at the moment. I'm going to take some of them out, like I said, that I just don't use as much, and say my Armani and stuff like that are empty. But yeah, so that's that, and I'll go ahead and just show you the last few bits of my kit now in the next video. So talk to you real soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.